Have you noticed how the price often stops at certain points on the chart as if they were invisible barriers? What if you could see exactly where the market really struggled and with what intensity before making your buy or sell decision? Today, I'm going to introduce you to the volumetric support and resistance levels by Big Beluga, an indicator that goes beyond common support and resistance lines and reveals the strongest volume-based levels, showing you the real market pressure points. First, we'll open TradingView and select your preferred chart. I'm using the euro against the US dollar on the 15-minute chart. You could also utilize any time frame, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, or even a daily chart, whatever you prefer for your trading. And then you're going to come over here to the indicators and search for volumetric support. And right here, the very first option that will come up is going to be the volumetric support and resistance levels by Big Beluga. You click it and it will appear on your screen like mine. What exactly is this indicator? The volumetric support and resistance levels doesn't just draw lines at tops and bottoms. It uses trading volume to highlight the zones where the market has shown the most conviction. The green zones indicate important support levels, and the red zones are extremely important resistance levels. And what's most interesting is the more intense the color, the more filled the zone, the higher the trading activity at that level, meaning the stronger that support or resistance is. Additionally, the indicator highlights the chart with alert circles to pinpoint precisely when volume peaks occurred. The candles responsible for these peaks are conspicuously marked in orange, vividly illustrating the skirmish between buyers and sellers. When you open up the indicator's settings, you'll actually find that there are several interesting things you can fully adjust. By default, I always set the period to 100. Yours will probably come in lower, so I leave it at 100. Regarding the maximum volume percentage for generating more or fewer signals, I prefer using a 50-50 split. This results in a very balanced quantity of signals. You won't see too many signals, which might hinder accuracy, nor too few, which would make it difficult to find entry points on the chart. Therefore, these are the settings I prefer to use. And now, I'm sure you must be wondering, how am I going to use this indicator in my daily trading? Before we proceed further, many of you often ask me which broker I personally use for trading Forex, stocks, and cryptocurrencies, and my answer is EXNESS. To me, it's the best and most complete broker out there. If your broker has annoyed you, you'll understand what I'm about to say. Many brokers are slow to execute orders. EXNESS offers instant execution. Some brokers charge high spreads. At EXNESS, the spreads and fees are extremely low, some of the lowest you'll see on the market. Ever waited days to receive a withdrawal? With EXNESS, the money arrives almost instantly. And best of all, you can adjust leverage almost infinitely, as you wish, while controlling your risk. If your broker freezes, charges much, or delays payments, it's time to switch. The link's in the description. And as I said, I consider it one of the best brokers with the lowest fees on the market. The simplest strategy is to utilize these orange candles and the circles as an entry trigger, but this must be with trend confirmation. To do this, we are going to include an additional indicator, the VIDIA. You are going to come here to indicators and then input volumetric variable index. It is indeed this one from Big Beluga. You can click on it and it will appear on your screen just like it does on mine. You'll be making some adjustments by double clicking on it. Then go to the style section here and remove it. You're going to uncheck this second box and also uncheck it in the lines section. In the inputs, you'll leave these settings here, which are the ones I like the most. With that, you can click OK. And now, we're going to examine how we can effectively combine these two indicators to execute a highly successful purchase. Observe that here we had an area from the VIDIA indicator, this red zone right here, which indicated the start of a downtrend. However, an orange candle emerged here on the volumetric support and resistance indicator, displaying extremely high volume as this zone was broken through. In other words, everything suggests that the price would make a new high from this point on. The VIDIA indicator also demonstrated a clear trend change when it shifted its color right here to green. So in this specific instance, with this breakout here, marked by this orange candle, we could strategically position our entry at the close of this very candle. Our stop loss would be placed just below the breakout candle, which in this case is at minus 0.30, and our profit target would be set at twice that amount. upwards at a 0.60 profit, and the chart came to hit right here in this zone. Now observe that regarding the selling opportunity, it was somewhat different in this specific instance. Nevertheless, we can certainly still utilize this type of operation, particularly since we had support from the volumetric support and resistance indicator, and video was clearly indicating a strong downward trend. We observe our volumetric support and resistance indicator illustrating an orange candle, which signifies a candle with substantial volume. This indicates an exceptionally strong selling volume at the peak, leading to the breach of this green zone, which served as the support. This zone was remarkably strong, as is evident from the substantial volume it was exhibiting in this specific area. Then, when the breakout occurred with this orange candle, we could have positioned our entry at the breakout, our stop loss at a negative 0.18%, right above the breakout candle, and our target set to twice the distance downward, approximately at 0.32 or 0.33, and the chart subsequently reached that exact point. Right after this breakout occurred, we combined both indicators and entered a trade aligning with the breakout during this significant downtrend. Volumetric support and resistance levels improve support and resistance analysis by showing not only where price stopped, but why and with what force. It also provides very clear and powerful breakout points, as I just demonstrated in the analysis, where the candles with the highest volume turn orange, signaling strong breakouts aligned with the trend when used in conjunction with VIDIA. Certainly, you should be utilizing this in conjunction with other triggers, such as support and resistance levels, even other valuable indicators, market context, structural analysis, and various other factors. And here's an important disclaimer. This is for education, not investment advice. Always combine these signals with your own price action analysis and risk management. This channel does not endorse or recommend this indicator in any way, shape, or form. It is simply about demonstrating the indicator and its function. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future strategies. Also, please comment below with more indicators so I know you'd like more content like this. Don't forget, leave a like and comment. Thank you, and see you in the next video.